Courtroom cases are filled with hundreds of lawsuits a day. They're everywhere. We love them for their drama and intrigue, which is probably why Judge Judy and the People's Court became so popular. A good portion of the time, lawsuits are legit and need to be heard, but let's be honest, all the others are usually just a get-rich-quick scheme. However, it's not just lawsuits. Even criminal cases have dipped their feet in the bizarre, making very little sense at all. Want to hear about why some of these people are going to court? Well, I'm Mike with List 25, and here are the 25 strangest courtroom cases that actually happened. #25. In 2011, a macaque took nature photographer David Slater's camera, smiled, and took a picture. Now, PETA is filing a lawsuit claiming the copyright to the photo belongs to the macaque. The U.S. Copyright Office claimed a monkey cannot hold a copyright, and a judge threw the lawsuit out. Currently, the photograph is in the public domain. #24. Coffee seems to always end up in one lawsuit at one time or another. In this case, Starbucks was sued by a Raleigh cop after he spilled hot coffee on his lap. He wanted $750 for damages. To top it all off, he was given the cup of coffee for free. Of course, the case was thrown out of court. #23. After being guided to a quote-unquote safe pedestrian walking road by Google Maps that ended up being a 4-lane highway, Laura Rosenberg decided to keep walking down the road anyway, instead of just using sound judgment. Of course, she was hit by a car doing this, and proceeded to sue Google for claiming the road was safe. #22. Despite being an inmate at a Colorado correctional facility, Terry Hendricks sued the NFL for $88 billion for an overturned call he felt cost the Cowboys the NFC Championship. #21. In 1925, high school teacher John Scopes did the unthinkable. He taught evolution at a Tennessee high school. The trial became a media circus at the time, and involved famed lawyer Clarence Darrow versus Christian fundamentalist William Jennings Bryan. Scopes lost the trial, and he was fined $100. Later, the Tennessee Supreme Court overturned the verdict. #20. Rolf Eden, a 77-year-old German playboy, filed a lawsuit against a 19-year-old woman that he had picked up at a bar. Why? She refused to have sex with him for being too old. He claimed it was age discrimination. #19. In Scotland, a 59-year-old woman was viciously attacked by a seagull. The seagull dive-bombed at her, which terrified her, causing her to fall over. Claiming the office building nearby didn't do enough for her safety, she filed a lawsuit against them for damages. #18. A student at Erasmus University never washed his feet and apparently didn't wear shoes. Students and professors said it was difficult to concentrate with such a horrible stench in the area, so the school decided to expel him. However, in 2009, a judge ruled it wasn't a good enough reason to expel him and that they should, quote, hold their noses. #17. Todd Kirkpatrick was in the middle of a bank robbery when the police showed up. When he pointed his gun at a deputy, he got shot twice. Now an inmate, he filed a lawsuit against the city for $6.3 million, saying the medical bills were $300,000 and the other deputies failed to stop the deputy who shot him. #16. In 1980, Lindy Chamberlain was on a camping trip with her husband and 2-month-old baby, Azaria. One night, Azaria disappeared, and Lindy claimed a dingo killed and ate her, leading to the popularized phrase, "a dingo ate my baby." However, no one believed Lindy, and she was put on trial for murder, claiming she slit her daughter's throat and hid the body. A media circus sensationalized the trial, and Lindy was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. After spending 3 years in prison, a piece of clothing belonging to Azaria was found near a dingo lair. Lindy was acquitted after the coroner confirmed Azaria's death. #15. Most people get bored with their jobs every now and then, but they never sue their companies for it. Well, 44-year-old Frederick Desner did just that, suing his company for a job that was so boring he was left, quote, depressed, destroyed, and ashamed. With no chance of promotion and all his responsibilities stripped away, he eventually quit, and his case is waiting to be heard. #14. In 1985, 2 teenagers listened to Judas Priest and then shot themselves. One died, and the other suffered severe facial injuries. The parents sued the band and the label, claiming it was because of Judas Priest's subliminal messages in the record that led to their suicide. However, the teenagers had a long, disturbing history, and the judge ruled in favor of Judas Priest. 13. After nursing student Jennifer Barbella failed her final exam twice, she sued her school, claiming they didn't do enough to accommodate her anxiety and depression. She sought $75,000 in damages, but would rather take the test again and pass it. 12. FedEx must place thousands of boxes in front of doorsteps every day. If you're expecting a package, that's the first place you look. However, this woman claims to have tripped and fallen over her package laying on the front doorstep and decided to sue FedEx for severe physical pain, anguish, and humiliation. Apparently, the driver put the box too close to the door and didn't warn her. 11. Kathy McGowan expected to get a brand new car after she answered the question correctly on the radio. Imagine her surprise when she got a toy car in the mail. She quickly sued the radio station for misleading her into thinking she'd won a new car. To her delight, she won the trial, and the judge ordered she be granted the Renault Clio she was promised. 10. When you eat at Lambert's Cafe in Missouri, you expect rolls to be thrown around. Even on the outside sign it reads Lambert Cafe, www.throwedrolls.com, and they're all over the restaurant as well. One lady apparently forgot about all that, as she forgot to dodge a roll coming her way, and it hit her in the eye. She sued the restaurant for $25,000. 9. Edmund Frank McGillivray Jr. filed a suit with Michigan State Police claiming he was mistreated and wanted $2 billion. What's even more strange, however, is the name he used for the trial. I am the Beast 666 of the Lord of Hosts in Edmund Frank McGillivray Jr. now. I am the Beast 666 of the Lord of Hosts IEFMJN. I am the Beast 666 of the Lord of Hosts. I am the Beast 666 OTLOHIEFMJN. I am the Beast SSS OTLOHIEFMJN. I am the Beast 666. Beast 666 Lord, Plaintiff versus Michigan State Police, City Police of Lansing, State of Michigan, Ingham County 54A District Court, and Ingham County Jail defendants. 8. After a gas explosion took down an entire building, resulting in bodily harm and heavy loss of property by the tenants, 2 women who lived in a building nearby filed a $40 million lawsuit claiming mental trauma and physical harm of, quote, like 5 or 6 scratches. 7. New Yorker Leif Nelson drank Foster's because he thought it was from the land down under. However, he was none too pleased to find out it's actually brewed in Texas. Believing the company was false advertising, he sued them. He said he loved the product and would keep drinking it if they started brewing in Australia again. 6. Most people want to be like Mike, but not Alan Heckard. He was getting pretty tired of the number of people telling him he looked like Michael Jordan. In fact, he took it a step further. Claiming it was ruining his life, Heckard filed a lawsuit against Jordan for $52 million, and he even blamed the Nike owner for helping contribute to his personal anguish and pain. 5. Devout Roman Catholic Jane Mulcahy didn't quite get that divorce meant divorce. When she found out her marriage was terminated by her divorce lawyers, she was quite upset and didn't want to terminate the marriage after all. So she sued her divorce lawyers for not explaining to her that she was getting a divorce. 4. Hugging extended family can be pretty awkward at times, but 8-year-old Tarala was so excited to see his Aunt Jen that he raced up to hug her. Surprised, she went to hug him, but toppled over and broke her wrist. Aunt Jen, in all her love, turned around and filed a lawsuit against him for $127,000. It didn't take long for the jury to decide Aunt Jen wasn't getting a cent. 3. Anton Parissima sued the City of New York, NYC Transit, 2 local hospitals, and the Au Pawn store, among many others, because he was bitten by a, quote, rabies-infested dog on a city bus. He essentially asked for all the money in the world, $2 undecillion. Just so you know, undecillion isn't a fake number. It's 340 trillion. 2. Being litigious is being easily disagreeable, and particularly in this case, prone to filing lawsuits. The Guinness Book of World Records wanted to name Jonathan Lee Riches the world's most litigious man, but once he found out about it, they probably regretted the decision. He turned around and sued them for it, claiming they got their facts wrong. He's filed 4,000 lawsuits, not the 5,500 Guinness Book of World Records claimed. 1. Tracy Ormsby was handling a protest in Glasgow when violence erupted and projectiles were thrown. One of these projectiles was a pineapple, hitting Ormsby. She filed a lawsuit for £1.5 million, claiming the demonstration was poorly handled and the pineapple caused her PTSD, anxiety, and depression, ruining her career. Though the court found out much of what she claimed was greatly exaggerated and was granted only £3,000. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the bottom right so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 3 videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.